Hello Cancer, welcome, it's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your reading for the 29th of November through to the 5th of December 2021, or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. I've pre-shuffled your cards off camera, so I've just got some final shuffles to do for you. But just to say, as always, it is a general reading, Pisces, so take what resonates with you. What doesn't, just leave that behind. It must be for somebody else. But the energies will be there for all of you to a greater or a lesser degree. All right, I'll just do a final shuffle now of the Oracle of Visions. Alright, so we have number 17 here, and this talks about balance and equality. Very balance and equality. Alright, so that's an important energy for you, Cancer. So let's see where that's going. Okay, and number 44, which talks about unison, common goals, cooperation, common values, going in the same direction. All right, so that links in quite nicely, doesn't it, with equality and balance here. So these are perhaps the values and common goals that you're going forward with somebody else or with others. But let's see. Nice energies coming out for you there, Cancer. Lovely energies. Alright, so we'll just do a final shuffle now of the Tarot of Dreams. So we have the heart of your reading, the root of the matter, past influences, what you're thinking about at the moment, the future going forward, and something else your guides would like to say to you at this time. Right, at the bottom of the deck we have the Empress, and the Empress is very much about expansion, creativity, new beginnings, setting seeds. In this particular depiction, the Empress has actually given birth here. Normally she's just very heavily pregnant because of, you know, how that represents new opportunities and fertility. But here she has given birth, so I feel it's representing for some of you, Cancer, that you know, giving birth to a new enterprise, a new idea, a new opportunity that's promising expansion and growth. For some of you, it could actually be an actual birth, either for yourself or within the family. But I'll just put that to one side. It's interesting. I've seen this card, so I will mention it. We've got the Six of Cups, and so this is something to do with family here. Certainly as far as the Empress is concerned. Somebody that's been around, if it's not family, it's somebody that's been around and in your life for quite a while. All right, so we'll just put those to one side. And then a final shuffle. Oops, they're going all over the place. There's too many there. Final shuffle of the Lightseers Tarot, and we'll see what comes out. Oh my goodness. Well, we've got the Empress again here. Slightly different depiction. The Empress here is heavily pregnant, with a depiction of the Earth, representing her linking in with nature, how she represents nature, growth, springtime, new opportunities, new beginnings and expansion. So here she is again. We've got the full moon here. So this is very much in connection with the connections with the universal energies, with the moon energies here. It is a feminine energy, although it's not gender specific, Cancer. So we have two empresses that have come out now. So this is either representing an actual pregnancy for some of you, or, you know, an actual birth or time to give birth. Or this for others of you, this is actually saying this is some form of a new enterprise that's been growing, that's been expanding, some new opportunity that's promising growth. So that's interesting. I'll just put that to one side now. And just quickly to say, we've got the Sun here now. And the Sun is the most optimistic card in the major arcana in tarot. And again, the Sun brings forward warmth, new opportunities, growth and expansion, optimism, happiness and joy. So beautiful, beautiful energies the Sun brings forward. The Sun also brings light and sheds light on situations for ourselves. So let's see. Let's see where all this is going for you. But there's some form of equilibrium now, equality, balance, achieving balance, and going forward on the same page as others and those around you, with shared values. All right, and of course we've got the two empresses here, which are absolutely fabulous, fabulous energies. So what's at the heart of your reading? Well, I didn't quite expect these, but that's how it is. In life, nothing is straightforward, is it? Because what we have now is the Five of Wands, and we've got the Ten of Wands. All right, the Five of Wands. This is conflict, Cancer. We've got this conflict here, arguments, disagreements. A few people with their own perspective, and very much caught up in their own perspective. And it's like this is a sort of arguments that go round and round and around. Nobody can agree on anything outside of their own opinion, if you like. But that clarifies the Ten of Wands, and so this is moving on. This is moving on from all these arguments. You know, sharing your load. See, we've got here the young woman leaving. She's coming down the hill, so the going is getting a bit easier because she has shared her load. She's shared her burden here with the oxen here, who's carrying part of her luggage. So by sharing this responsibility, this burden, it's helped her for moving on. So I feel whatever is going on here with the Five of Wands, that you are looking to, or you have found a way to release this conflict, to move on from this conflict. And it could be that you are sharing how you're feeling, or sharing information with others. Because we did have, didn't we, this going forward with shared values, equilibrium and equality, common goals, you know, and that's certainly not the Five of Wands energy. So I feel that because you've got the Ten of Wands here, that I feel you are in the process of, or you have dropped your involvement with these arguments, and moving on from this now. But with support. With support. All right, Cancer. Let's have a look. What's at the root of this? Yes, we've got the Lovers and we've got the Page of Wands. So at the root of this situation, we have a very close relationship. It can be an intimate, loving relationship, or this could be a relationship, a close friendship of some sort. Two people that are on the same page, that think alike, as we've seen here. So at the root of this situation, I think we've got a relationship of some sort. But a new creative opportunity that has been grasped, or is certainly being considered here, that promises some form of growth. And of course we've got two Empress energies there, haven't we? So at the root of this, and so this is already in place, a relationship as there's an opportunity that's presented itself. But of course that I've created some arguments here, meaning that somebody's having to move on in perhaps a different direction. So let's have a look at the past influences. Well, we have the Fool and the Page of Swords. So in the recent past we've got the Fool. This was the new opportunity. This is new beginning in some area, taking a leap of faith, to perhaps go in a different direction, but new opportunity and new beginning. And the Page of Swords as a clarifier. Yes, you had a light bulb moment, I feel, Cancer. Perhaps it may be as a result of reading something, of receiving some information, but you had a light bulb moment, a brilliant idea here, that enabled this leap of faith, this new opportunity and new beginning. But of course, all of that has led on to conflict. That you're now moving on or trying to move on from. But I feel you're sharing this load with somebody. You're sharing, which is helping you to go through this process a little bit easier. So what's on your mind at the moment? Well, we have the Ace of Coins and the Hanged Man. The Ace of Coins, this is you're thinking about some form of a gift to do with money, wealth, career, work, or it could be an inheritance of some sort. But whatever it is, it's something that's being offered, that's around. A golden opportunity, perhaps, that promises some form of expansion. But the clarifier is the Hanged Man. So something's been a bit stuck. Something's been a bit on hold. However, we can see the sun shining here, near to the person's head. So this is a glimmer of light now, glimmer of insight, into how to get things moving again concerning this, whatever this Ace of Coins means for you. And this is what you're thinking about, Cancer. Okay. When I think about the Empresses, I always feel it's very much a Cancerian energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But for yourself, yes, this could be really re-representing something to do with yourself, your creativity, Cancer, your growth, having given birth to something, a new idea perhaps. Could be something to do with nature, with the ecology, recycling, whatever it is. Could be something to do with that. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. All right, let's see, going forward, what have we got? We've got the Eight of Cups and we've got the Seven of Cups. So going forward, there's some form of moving on energy here. I think we saw it a little bit with the Ten of Wands, didn't we? The sharing of a responsibility and burden, and a leaving of a difficult situation. Well, going forward, we have someone moving on, leaving a situation that, the cups are all still standing there. So this is a situation that was meaningful for you, has been meaningful for you, but because I feel of all this conflict that's been going on and disagreements, somebody is moving on from this situation. but not just moving, leaving a situation, but going in search of the ninth cup, which is wish fulfillment, dreams, desires. Something perhaps that you've been desiring for a long time, and now seizing this opportunity to move on and look for this wish fulfillment. But the Eight of Cups has got multiple layers, so this can be physically moving on and leaving and searching for your ninth cup, or it could be emotionally and psychologically moving on and leaving a situation. Doesn't have to just be physically. Okay. But there's definitely some moving on energy for some of you here going forward. And then the Seven of Cups. And this is about choosing wisely, taking your time and choosing wisely, perhaps the direction you're going to go in. Taking your time, because everything that glitters isn't gold. And I feel that's what this energy is saying. We've got the red cup here that stands out, so you may get drawn to choose the red cup. However, underneath the red cup is a snake, so that's perhaps not a wise choice. So it's not always going for the obvious or what stands out. It's taking your time and reading the small print, I feel. But yes, choosing wisely as you are in some way moving on, or somebody moving on and leaving something behind now. And I feel the leaving behind, if it's yourself, Cancer, it's definitely moving on from all this conflict, arguments, and because there's no, it's just going round and round and round. It's just, there's no ending to it. But it's, what's interesting is, at the bottom of all of this, at the root of this, it's to do with a relationship, but it's to do with some form of an opportunity for growth and expansion, you know, right at the beginning of that. And of course we've seen that is what you're thinking about, the Ace of Coins. But there's something being a bit stuck, but now starting to get moving. And of course in the past, a new beginning, a new opportunity, a light bulb moment, more knowledge about this leap of faith in the past. But all of this has led on to arguments and conflict, which of course that can happen when change comes in, even when good news comes in, that shakes things up a bit, and we're not all going to agree or be on the same page. But certainly with the two Empress energies here, growth and expansion is definitely here. New beginnings, new opportunities. But going forward, somebody's got to move on from this situation that's no longer relevant. But take your time. Take your time and choose wisely the direction you're going in. Because I feel, coming back to here, there is a need for equilibrium, for harmony, for balance, and going forward, being exactly on the same page as those you're going forward with, having the same goals and the same outlook. Very important for you, Cancer. All right, what would your guides like to say to you now? Well, we have the Tree of Life and the Nine of Wands. And the Tree of Life, this is very much about connections. Whether it's your family connections or friendship connections, work colleagues, community connections. And you see, we've got lots of them here. And we've got, this is the Tree of Life, and how we build up our connections as we grow and evolve and develop. So this is something about your connections, or a connection, a close connection, somebody that you're interwoven with, if you like. But But the clarifier is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands, there's just one last thing that you need to deal with here. One last thing, one final thing that needs sorting out. You are protecting yourself. You can see the woman has built a fence in front of her from the wands, from the 8 wands. She's holding the 9th wand. But the 8 wands represent battles that she's had to fight and deal with, difficulties that over time has made that she's having to be protective of herself. But she's not giving up, and she's holding on. There's one final battle, one final thing to do with a close connection that will have to be dealt with, Cancer, whoever this is for. And that's what your guides want to say to you and want to prepare you for. Okay. All right, I'm just going to get one final message, please, for Cancer. One final message for Cancer. Alright, Cancer, okay. We have Impasse. So I need to reflect and redirect your energy now. And it's a narrow pathway, so tread thoughtfully. Alright, Impasse, the road you've been walking, you're coming to a dead end here. So there's a wall across the path here, you see, so you can't carry on in that direction any further. You've got to return, redirect. So it's reflecting and redirecting your energy. So this is about energy. You know, your energy is how you've been going in a certain direction. And your guides, you know, and the universe is saying to you, it's time to reflect on what's gone, to perhaps reflect on this energy, and then redirect your energy into perhaps, you know, to enable you to get onto the same page as others. So reflect and redirect your energy here, and then narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. And I think that, you know, we've seen that with the 7 of Cups here. Taking your time and choosing carefully as you're moving on. Tread thoughtfully. So it's a narrow pathway, look. So you have to think of each step you take. You have to take it carefully. Consider the way you're going, the direction you're going in, and what's the best thing for you and those around you. So choose wisely, tread thoughtfully. And I feel that's quite an important message for somebody or for a few of you now at this time. It looks like there's some form of change happening for many of you. Okay. All right. I think I've covered everything, Cancer, so I'm going to leave it there. But good luck going forward, and I do hope you can join me again in the future. Bye-bye for now.